Did you know that these two kittens are the talk of social media? Or that this year we said goodbye to one of the most important dogs in the meme world? Today we're going to take a look at some fascinating stories about animals that truly became part of the meme phenomenon and how they've evolved. Let's watch it. It's fascinating. Cat conversations. One of the things that makes memes so popular is their ability to communicate with others. If a meme fulfills this function and can be used and reused in various contexts, it's likely to succeed. And here's a cute example of that. In recent months, there have been several meme templates using cats to create all kinds of conversations or situations that can be used in many contexts. Take a look, for example. I feel like the cat on the right when someone tells me we need to change the topic of a video. Or this is what happens when I respond to my mom without saying ma'am first. And this is what happens to the whole team when you watch the video but don't like or subscribe. See? The thing with these adorable cat memes is that they're super easy to recontextualize, making them a fun communication tool and automatic memes. In fact, in recent years, many of these memes have proliferated because it's easier than ever to turn them into templates and use them however you want. Cabosu. A cute image can forever change history, and this was especially true for this internet celebrity, who we sadly had to say goodbye to in May 2024. You may know her as Doge, but her real name was Cabosu, and she was just a sweet Shiba Inu living a peaceful life in Japan. However, everything changed with a simple photo that went viral worldwide. Back in 2010, Cabosu's owner took this famous picture of her dog, looking calm but with a hint of interest, curiosity, and a bit of confusion. Well, that was enough for people to use the photo as a template and add all kinds of messages to it. It seems so simple, but trust me, it had an impact you can't imagine on internet culture. It might sound like an exaggeration, but the way this meme evolved over the years is an incredibly interesting case study on how people's culture evolves. You see, the photo first appeared on a Japanese personal blog, just a simple photo someone took of their dog, nothing more. However, in 2013, the image began circulating on Reddit and other social platforms, where users started editing it and adding text in a comedic style. Here's where it gets interesting, because when they added text to the image, it became a kind of linguistic convention, as the text typically consisted of short, simple phrases using broken or grammatically incorrect English, with keywords like wow, such, very, and much in bright colors overlaying the image. This created a kind of language for Doge, allowing internet users to place Doge in all kinds of situations, making the character react to countless scenarios. Between 2013 and 2014, it exploded in popularity and was adapted to a wide variety of funny situations, becoming one of the most shared memes on platforms like Reddit, Tumblr, and 4chan. Moreover, Doge's simplicity allowed it to be applied to everything from everyday jokes to more abstract topics. Doge's phrases became a kind of meme language that people started using on the internet to express surprise, irony, or just to make absurd humor. In fact, it was so absurdly popular that they even created a cryptocurrency based on it in December 2013. The coin was a satirical joke about emerging cryptocurrencies, especially Bitcoin. However, what started as a joke quickly became a real cryptocurrency, as it was one of the first to launch, and its value became comparable to Bitcoin. As for Cabosu, she lived a long, happy, and full life, reaching the advanced age of 18, which is incredibly old for a dog. She was well cared for and happy until the end, probably not aware of her huge impact on internet culture. It's a strange example of how culture evolves, and certainly a cute dog we will all miss. Mudang. She's independent. She's completely uncontrollable. And if she wants to, she'll bite every knee in the world. We're talking about none other than the baby animal that took the internet by storm last month. Mudang, the tiny pygmy hippopotamus. Recently, images of a newborn pygmy hippo at the Khao Keo Zoo in Thailand went viral on social media. And let me tell you, this little creature has become a full-on internet phenomenon. Pygmy hippos are naturally animals that prefer fighting over running away, so the little hippo's cute attempts to fight or annoy its human caretakers have sparked all kinds of interesting reactions from the internet. It's one of those cases where there's nothing particularly special about the animal, aside from the funny pictures that can be used in various contexts, which is what makes a meme last. The little hippo's cheeky, fearless personality makes for all sorts of content, from absurd memes parodying motivational messages like this one. Be the violence you want to see in the world, to memes that perfectly capture how I feel about Mondays. There's something simply irresistible about the chaos surrounding this little creature. Oh, and in case you're wondering, the name Mu Deng roughly translates to bouncing piglet, which, if you ask me, is a perfect fit for this chaotic little one. Grumpy cat. Oh, this little guy was the king of the internet in the 2010s. Back in 2012, a curious photo of a cat surfaced on the internet, and because of the way her face was set, she seemed permanently angry. Of course, she became a huge hit worldwide, earning the nickname Grumpy Cat, although her real name was Tartar Sauce. Her expression of perpetual displeasure was the result of a genetic condition called feline dwarfism and a bite problem, which gave her that permanently grumpy look, though in reality, she was a pretty sweet and calm cat. The Grumpy Cat photo quickly went viral, generating thousands of comments and being shared across multiple platforms. From there, her image was used in memes and she became one of the first animal influencers. Seriously, they even made a movie about her, because there was something about her grumpy expression that was simply irresistible to people online. And this set a precedent because since then, animals with grumpy faces have become super popular. Take, for example, the Pallas's cats, a type of wild feline from the steppe that has become popular online because the structure of their jaw and the thickness of their fur make them look angry all the time. Grumpy Cat passed away in May 2019 at the age of 7, but her impact is still alive. Although her life was relatively short, she left an indelible mark on internet culture. Her face is still used in memes and cultural references, and her legacy is often cited as one of the highlights of the golden age of animal memes. But let's discuss something. Why do you think grumpy animals are so popular? What makes them so attractive to the audience? Let us know in the comments section. Cat, huh? This is me when they tell me we need to do another video about celebrities. That's right, we're talking about the famous cat. Huh? Now, this meme comes from a simple TikTok video of someone filming their cat meowing in confusion. But they changed the meow to that sound effect. We don't know the cat's or its owner's names, but what we do know is that the meme went super viral on the Russian TikTok and then spread everywhere across the internet. In fact, for a brief moment, they combined this meme with a crazy goat meme, and the results were hilarious. Here's me when someone tries to explain anything to me related to math. Hey. That's why I decided to make videos instead of studying engineering. Sometimes, in the world of memes, there's just no logic, but this meme became super popular this year. Many people still use it, precisely because it's a funny way to let others know that you really didn't understand what they said. And sometimes, to succeed as a meme, all you need is to connect with that desire people have to express themselves in a recognizable and humorous way. Pesto the penguin. Oh, but Mu Deng hasn't been the only zoo animal to become a celebrity in recent months. We also have the impressive Pesto, who could very well be the largest and most striking penguin chick in the world. And if Mu Deng represents chaos, then Pesto is the embodiment of calm. You see, Pesto is a penguin chick born at the Melbourne Aquarium, and it stunned everyone with its truly enormous size. Seriously, at this point, Pesto is even bigger than its dad, and most of the other penguins it lives with, and it hasn't even shed its baby feathers yet. So, this penguin became popular, not only because of its personality, but also because it might just be the biggest and fattest penguin in the world. And, as you know, in internet culture, this kind of thing drives us crazy. As is often the case with animal memes, internet culture assigned this super penguin a personality that fits its enormous size, a being too large to care about life's problems. A king among penguins with no worries, the kind of person we all wish we could be. And of course, as usual in internet culture, people have formed teams and rivalries. In fact, they've even created animations like this, where Mu Deng and Pesto face off, destroying a city like Godzilla and King Kong, all to determine which animal will be crowned the new king of the internet. Tell us in the comments, which team are you on? the chaos of the knee-biting little hippo, or the complete control of the super penguin, future king of all flightless birds. The sad hamster. Look at us, the whole team of fascinating. When you don't like or subscribe, you'd be surprised by the crazy and weird things that become popular on the internet. And this is one of the most interesting examples. It's about the unusual sad hamster meme, which doesn't have great quality nor much logic, but ends up becoming unexpectedly popular simply because of its expressive power. You see, what we have here is nothing but a heavily edited image of a hamster with exaggeratedly large eyes, giving it an expression of sadness and disappointment. The image is actually low quality, even pixelated. And in case you're curious, this is what the original image of the sad hamster looks like. But it's still become a popular meme on the internet, more than anything because of a curious phenomenon in internet culture. You see, while people enjoy high-quality images, what they're really looking for is something they can use to express their emotions in the many online communities they belong to. So sometimes, the expressiveness of an image is far more important than its quality as an image. The magic lies in how it's a perfect image for conveying a lot of feelings that would otherwise be hard to describe. Gabe the dog. One of the most wonderful things about internet culture is how much we love music. And with so many talented people, it's no surprise we find them making music with the most unexpected things. And well, this is one of the most famous cases. Creative musicians on the internet decided to make great music using nothing but the barks of a dog, who unknowingly became a musical star. We're talking about none other than Gabe the Pomeranian. You see, Gabe was a particularly noisy dog, and his owner posted several videos of him barking, howling, and sneezing. Nothing unusual, just a few homemade videos of a beloved pet. However, YouTube musicians realized that Gabe's barks were isolated enough from other sounds and fit into virtually every musical scale. So, with some video editing, it was possible to build melodies using only Gabe's sounds. And truth be told, the results were nothing short of impressive. Let's listen to some pieces from the musical Pomeranian. Or how about the famous Star Wars theme? Want something more classical? Let's hear the Pomeranian can-can. See? With just the sounds from this friendly, furry companion, all sorts of melodies can be created. Unfortunately, Gabe is no longer with us, as he passed away in 2017 due to heart complications. But he still left an indelible mark on internet culture. Dogfish. The internet is such a strange place that even animals that aren't close to being real can become memes, like what happened in May of this year with the strange TikTok channel UltraView 7. You see, the owner of this channel experimented with AI-generated images, and the result was as impressive as it was bizarre. He managed to combine various animals with fish and animate them in a way that made them look realistic. Sure, we all know this was AI-generated, but the detail is astonishing, and even though I'm not a huge fan of AI, you have to admit, this is at least visually stunning. And sometimes in the world of memes, that's all that matters. Pointing orangutan. There's something both unsettling and endearing about apes. Many of their mannerisms and actions are undeniably human-like without being actually human. And, well, it makes sense, since they're our closest evolutionary cousins. And this endearing status means that apes can often become big stars in the world of memes. Just like in this case, when Amber the orangutan at the Louisville Zoo became hugely famous on the internet after learning how to use sign language to ask people to show her what items they had in their bags. And look at that, Amber uses people as a source of entertainment by seeing the colors and things they carry. It's certainly a small meme, but it's still fascinating to watch how people react to these animal behaviors. It's interesting if you think about it. We're apes reacting to other apes. I guess that confirms the internet is full of cuteness. Borzoi dogs. Oh, these canine buddies were super popular in the world of memes for a while, and in some circles they still are because they have the perfect look for memes. We're talking, of course, about the Borzoi dogs. Now, these dogs are an ancient breed of Russian sighthounds, known for having a pretty strange appearance, as much of their anatomy is super elongated, giving them long, slender legs and snouts, which gives them a comical look, almost like a sock puppet, or some kind of living Muppet. And of course, their quirky appearance fits perfectly with the absurd humor that often dominates meme culture. That's how many memes, like the long-nosed dog, came about, where the unusually long snouts of these dogs have been turned into exaggerated cartoons, with their noses becoming the focal point of visual humor. And of course, there's also the fact that borzoi are playful dogs that sometimes have the strangest behaviors, making them perfect for the world of memes. Thurston Waffles. Cats are usually very quiet creatures, typically not vocalizing too many sounds, so sometimes when they do, it can be curious, which can lead people to create memes with the few sounds our feline friends make. And yes, I know it sounds simple and silly, but it can have great results. Something like this. The meme is super simple, but in a way, it's still charming and funny. Perhaps mainly because of how unexpected the cat's sounds are. Well, in this category of memes, no one can beat Thurston Waffles, the famous screaming cat. In 2019, videos of this curious and very expressive screaming cat started appearing and unexpectedly went viral, both because of how expressive the cat was when it screamed and the screams themselves. Listen to this. And of course, it wasn't long before YouTube musicians started remixing the cat's screams. It's truly amazing what the internet can do with something as simple as a cat's scream, don't you think? The thieving groundhog. Sometimes, nature delivers memes right to your doorstep. Seriously, I'm not joking. This is perhaps one of the funniest cases of nature creating memes purely by coincidence and a little bit of animal mischief. In 2020, an amateur gardener named Jeff noticed that something had been nibbling on his vegetables for a long time. So he decided to find out what was stealing his veggies and set up a motion-triggered camera. Well, what happened next couldn't have been more perfect, even if it had been planned. You see, when the camera activated, a groundhog appeared, and by coincidence, it was staring directly at the camera while eating the vegetables, almost as if it were saying, "Yeah, I'm the one eating your veggies, and what are you gonna do about it, huh?" And well, this happened again and again, because apparently, right in front of the camera was a spot where the groundhog felt safe to eat. So, Jeff, not missing a beat, decided to document the groundhog's thefts and created a whole channel dedicated to it, naming the groundhog Chunk. Who says Mother Nature can't make its own memes? Tibetan fox. Here we have one of the most memeable animals in the entire animal kingdom. Let me introduce you to the unusual Tibetan fox. This fox, based on its facial expression, looks completely and utterly tired of you and whatever you have to say. Look, this was me when I worked in an office and had to go in on Saturdays. Ha ha ha. But why does this fox look like that? Well, it's because these little buddies live in the Himalayan plateau, one of the most challenging climates in the world due to the high altitude and the terrible cold in these mountains. As a result, they evolved an extremely dense coat and an unusual facial structure that helps them breathe better in the thin mountain air. And well, it just so happens that these evolutionary traits make them perfect for memes. Pufferfish eating carrot. Some memes are pretty funny because of their absurd humor, but behind them, there's often a somewhat, let's say, grim context, as is the case with the famous meme of the pufferfish eating a carrot. You see, this curious meme dates back to 2019, when a South Korean food channel posted a video explaining how the infamous fugu dish is prepared, which is made from pufferfish meat that can potentially be poisonous. As part of the video, they showed how they fed a pufferfish a carrot, and in the process, it made a very funny sound. And yes, the sound is pretty strange and undoubtedly funny. In fact, many people made all kinds of remixes of the pufferfish sound, like this one. Or this one. And yes, undoubtedly both remixes are very funny, and the sound is definitely comedic. But the fact is, the fish didn't survive that video. After all, that fish ended up becoming fugu, and it made that sound because it filled up with air in an attempt to survive. So the backstory is actually quite tragic if you think about it. Now tell me, would you like your pet to become a meme? Leave your opinion in the comments. Here are two options that you'll surely love.